Here we go. This is Johnny Cinco once again with the Trapped in a Video Game, the final boss. You're tuning into Johnny, the Reading Dad YouTube channel. This is a chapter book. And we left off last time on chapter 14, which is combo. Before I start, I want to say I love you, Johnny. Love you, Deuce. I love you, Rosie. Love you, MJ. You know, my nieces and nephews, family and friends, anybody who's listening, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is Trapped in a Video Game, the final boss. And here we go. Combo, chapter 14. Run! Eric and I had accidentally created a blast so powerful that we demolished the log flume ride. We ran as fast as we could while the big hill top then drove with our arms outstretched just as the cream soup overtook us. Whoa! I screamed as I rode the wave. The scream of terror quickly morphed into a scream of glee. However, when I discovered that I could body surf on cream soup a lot easier than I could on water, I rode the wave until I bonked my head on the small fry railroad guy train station. Ooh. When I finally stopped, I checked my health. It was still 100%. I couldn't believe it. That was that. Eric stood and wiped the soup out of his eyes. Combo attack. I waited for a longer explanation when followed up when I didn't get one. Is that normal video game thing? Like if we combine our attacks, we get something new? Eric made a duh face at me, then started walking away. I sloshed after him. Where are you going? Dark King. You think the combo is powerful enough to take down the Dark King? I think it's powerful enough to take down Max. Wait. Eric turned. Stop. I'm tired of arguing with you. I just want to see if we could swing by the water park real quick to wash the soup off. Eric rolled his eyes and he walked to Potato Pond. Hey, listen. You were right, okay? I tried after I'd washed off in the wave pool. There was another way. Obviously, I didn't think of it because I didn't know about the combo attacks. Eric ignored my apology as he wrung the water out of his shirt bandana. If you know about stuff like combo attacks, you need to tell me. We have to work together. Eric remained silent as he put his shirt back on and dried off inside the air fryer. But you have to admit that my idea would have been worked too. Eric walked back to the pod. When I realized he wasn't giving me the satisfaction of a response, I jogged to catch up and almost slipped on a puddle of leftover cream soup. Dark King, Eric said when the pod door closed. Ding, fall, whoosh. We reappeared in the throne room, and the Dark King looked at us like, oh, brother, you two again. I started sweating more than ever. The king cracked his knuckles, and stood up. By my calculations, we had 4 seconds before he started pointing. 1,000. Eric ran behind the throne. I clenched my fist to start charging the gloves. 1,000. The king smiled and lifted his arm. The screeching violin started. 1,000. The king pointed at me. I put my head down and ran toward Eric. 1,000. I jumped, punched at the same time Eric did. Our fists connected just as the king shot his black beam. Poo woo 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 woo. The king attack only fueled our black hole, causing it to grow and grow. For a moment, the Dark King looked at the hole, confused. Then his face started to wrap as his skin got sucked in. He tried scrambling backward, but he was too late. The hole exploded in the burst of light, swallowing the Dark King whole. Ding, ding, ding. Bells chimed as our XP meter filled up. Woohoo! I celebrated and danced. Even Eric took a break from his moping to crack a smile. We ran back to the pod. What's our XP? The number was 42,221 appeared on the screen. Take us to the endurance challenge, I yelled. Engage, promise, see you lady. got stuck in a permadeath loop. Yes, do it, Eric yelled as he banged on the wall. Ding, flash, or fall, whoosh. The doors opened and there was Max in another white room. He spread his arms. Welcome, warriors. This time, Eric didn't even try to punch him. Ultimate warriors aren't just strong in body and heart, they also have strong spirits. This might be your toughest challenge yet, but I'll be waiting for you if you endure the end. Being a red square appeared on the wall in front of us. This is you, Max explained. Being a green square appeared next to it. And this is where you need to go. Simple enough, right? I'll even show you the way. The square started shrinking, and the lines began appearing all over the walls as well as the floor and the ceiling. It almost looked like we were zooming out on something. Once the two squares had shrunk to the size of postage stamps, a dotted line snaked around the room, connecting the red squares to the green square. That's when I realized that we were looking at what we were looking at. It was a maze, and not just any maze, but possibly the longest maze ever constructed. Max was beaming. It's a maze! The longest maze ever constructed. I groaned. We were bad at mazes. Specifically, Eric was very bad at mazes. Anytime a teacher would give our class a maze activity when we were little, Eric would connect the start and finish dots with a line outside the maze. Last year, a few families in our neighborhood tried a corn maze together. After 3 minutes of wandering, Eric panicked and ran through row after row of corn until someone dressed up as a scarecrow kicked him out. If you follow the exact path, you should be able to finish the maze in 8 days. My heart sunk. Days? Did he say days? I hope you've been getting a good look at the map because this is the last you'll see of it. It disappears in 3. No, wait, I have a camera, Eric shouted as he dug through his backpack. 2, 1. Eric pulled out his camera just as the map vanished into the white walls. A good news is you didn't die in here, Max said. The bad news is you'll probably lose your mind. Good luck. Welcome to the Rubinverse. Now loading. And that's the image of the Rubinverse right there. The next one is chapter 15, glue gun crafting. And again, this is Johnny, the reading dad. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, Johnny. Love you, Deuce. Love you, Rosie. Love you, MJ. The chapter was intense. They got to see what the powerful punch was, and they got rid of the king, the Dark King. But now they're on their way to find out if they have the capability of challenging this maze. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, Johnny. Love you, Dulce. I love you, Rosie. Love you, MJ. Love you, family and friends, nieces and nephews. Thank you so much for tuning in. And anybody who's tuning in, thank you so much. Until next time, bye.